Power to the people, I'm back for a reason. If you clicked on this video, I meet you with greetings. Another episode of Put My Back Podcast. It's me, your host, Sebastian West. Follow me on Instagram @_Sebastian West, where you can check out my artwork in all of its splendor. Now, if you don't like what I'm kicking, like what I'm spitting, just know when you tune to this, the cloth is different. I checked out a film called The Dark Valley, dropped in 2014. Oh, and before I get to that, Uma just dropped. Listen, man, no disrespect, but pack that film up and get it out of here. I walked out 45 minutes into the film. I said, yo, enough was enough. I skated, blended up out of there, went to them, went to Regal, my local Regal. Got 2 free tickets. So listen, if you guys have an issue with films and they're that bad, walk out, go get your money back. They'll 9 times out of 10 they'll give you like a free movie tickets for the next film that you come back and see. Right? So yes. Oh, and I will review the film The Outfit. I don't see nobody talking about it, but it's a great film, so I will talk about it. I'll be that guy. Now let's get back to the other film that I did enjoy. It's not a new film. 2014, The Dark Valley, starring Sam Riley. If you don't know who he is, then you probably know who he is. Pardon me. You probably know who he is. He was in the films Maleficent 1 and 2. So he is in those 2 films. So yeah, starring Sam Riley. Now this is a German Western. Soon as I seen that, like a brief synopsis that I read, I checked the film out. I was enthused to watch it. A German Western? Come on. Now y'all know I like foreign films. Might be a little biased to German films or just foreign films, yet and still, because they have the formula. For a very long time, they've had the formula. So why wouldn't I check out a German Western? I was already on deck. You know what I mean? Okay, the film starts with, it immediately picks up. So a guy shows up to this town in Austria, in the mountains, shows up. You saw the tension. From the door, you saw the tension. Like something was going on. Something was amiss, right? Looked like he was there just for the smoke. You can pick that up. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure out he was there for the smoke, all right? He gets there and you'll see this town is ran by 7 gentlemen per se. It's ran by that. If you want to eat, drink, you don't have to worry about living expenses, anything of that nature. They run it. Like, you don't have to worry about this. You get food, shelter, a nice living, you would think. The only catch to that is, if you have a daughter, when she becomes of age, they get to do, before she marries someone, right? They get to party her. Now keep in mind, it's not just one guy. It's brothers and Pop Dukes gets to do a little, put her in the figure 4. You know what I'm saying? In the full Nelson. 7 of them. You know what I mean? They get to do that before the husband gets to. So before the husband get to run down on her, they get to do the perfect plex with her. It's crazy. So yeah, that's the only catch, right? So he's there from the door. He's picking them off one by one. He's killing people. Like, he's killing these particular brothers one by one, taking them out. Silent. I don't think he didn't use a firearm until later on in the film. So he's picking them off one by one. Right? Now, the family that he was staying with, he was lodging with them, right? They had a daughter. So it was, she was interested in, a young fellow. So, of course, it was her day. She wasn't with it. She was like, yo, if you love me, you would stand up for me. You wouldn't let this go down. You would not let this happen to me if you love me. So he was a simp. Real talk, he was a simp. He wasn't willing to fight for or rumble for. He was going to lay down like an old dead dog. He was willing to do that. My mans that showed up for action wasn't about to let that happen. He went to the chapel in which they were born, that they were priest, wed them, if that's the correct terminology, where they were, we married him, basically. His son married him. He was the guy, you know what I mean? Who pronounced you, man and wife, the whole set, whole shebang, boom, yes. Listen, while homeboy was there, after all that said and done, my man's went in there, smoked him. Boom, smoked him. Came out, saw them riding, he kind of cut them off, you know what I mean? Cut them off, like, yo, listen, let her go, let Shorty go. He had to drop on him. Let her go. We can handle this. Because they were trying to figure out why each person was disappearing and dying. He was picking off one by one. So it was like 4 of them left, I think. Yeah, 4 of them left. He's like, yo, let Shorty go. We can handle this mind. Matter of fact, meet me in the morning. We can handle this in the morning. I'll be at the front of this particular bar that they owned, a breakfast, Bed Bath and Beyond, whatever. I'll be there and you guys can, we have a square dance. So, of course, he killed the guy that had like some sort of hunting lodge, like he would lay low. He killed the guy there, so that's where he ended up sleeping at, not in the lodge that he was, paying them in. He decided to lodge in the mountains where he killed a guy already that was part of the crew at his crib. He killed him there. So he ended up oversleeping. I think it was his setup. It was his, I think it was like his plan. He set this all up, but it looked like he overslept. So they ran down on him, the 4 of them, they ran down on him, boom. He was prepared, killed them, laid him down like dry weed. He had an automatic, like Smith & Wesson or something, while they had, the single shot. You know what I mean? My man's had a, what was it, double action type of assault rifle or something like that, double action, whatever. Like I don't know about this, but I just know it was automatic. It was automatic rifle, man. He laid him down, automatic rifle, boom, got them up out of here, went straight for Pops, straight for the dad that had this whole little fiasco, this sort of carnival going on in his crib. So he goes there where the old head was, that was like the ringleader, the puppet master. We're there and you see nothing but like young women, and he had this whole little ring, this sex ring sort of thing. Like when they become old enough and want to marry, he would take them down. It was crazy, man. Plot twist. Now, he was seeking revenge. That's why he went to this certain particular town, due to this happening to his mom and dad. This is why he chose to seek revenge in this particular town, because it happened to his mom and dad. His mom was, they tried to run away. They end up crucifying my man in front of everybody to let them bear witness. Like, if you don't cooperate, this is what will happen to you. He killed the priest because the priest ended up being with that too. Ran down on Mom Dukes. That's why he picked each one of them off. The catch to this was, the guy that the old head that was running everything ended up being his father. He smoked him anyway. Great movie. Listen, The Dark Valley 2014, great German Western. It gets an 8.5 out of 10 of Sebastian's artwork. Reason being is, this is the first I've seen. It had no profanity, no nudity. Shot well. Nothing, just, they didn't have to show nothing for you to get the picture. You know what I mean? They didn't have to show this perverse type of behavior in order for you to get it. This is what I like. Salute to the director of this film. I appreciate it. I highly recommend it. Matter of fact, I give it 8.5 out of 10. Only thing I wish this movie was just longer. I probably would have gave it a 10 out of 10 because it was the perfect film for me. It was just well directed, well shot, the awesome film. Salute, seriously, salute to the director. So yes, please go check out The Dark Valley. I encourage it. Don't be afraid to check it out. Due to it being German, you don't want to read subtitles. Get over it, because there's some dope films out there that are foreign. Anywho, remember, big shots number the little shot that kept shooting. Slow run is better than no run. If you don't like my reviews, cut me some slack, and if that ain't good enough, pardon my bag. Tune in for the next episode of Upon My Back Podcast. It's me, your host, Sebastian West. Remember, oh yeah, follow me on Instagram @_Sebastian West and all the happy crap. Yo, man, I'm out. Signing out. Upon My Back Podcast. Salute.